And here we are with another video. This one is Black Desert Online, contribution points, nodes, and workers. First, we're going to start off with contribution points. And those, well, you can see up in the top left corner. It will be the third one in a row. Contribution points is another XP bar. Um, the points that you get, you do not lose. You invest them by purchasing houses, whether you're using it as a residence, um, using it for manufacturing something, um, a residence for your workers, which is lodging, or storage. It adds storage space to whatever city you purchased them in. If you sell the your purchase, you get your contribution points back. It's more like investment points, but we're gonna call it by its name. Um, these can also be used for renting items. I don't recommend it unless it's a container from the storage to put into your residence. That way you don't have to go back and forth to the storage um, to get things out of the warehouse. However, it costs 10 contribution points to do so. I don't recommend it unless your inventory is kind of full and you have to like get a few items, cook or whatever you're doing in your residence, and then go back and forth to save time. It's the only time it's convenient. Now, when you invest in a node, it's the same as your residence. You can invest in it and then sell it back and get your contribution point back. Um, Now on to nodes, we're gonna press M to bring up the map. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna select this one south here. Gonna click on this node. Now as you can tell, I've invested into this one. And once you invest in a node, you have to click on it. You have to click on one of the two things. Sometimes there's only one. Like this one, I'm farming potatoes. Click it. I invested in this node. I have a worker going, but we're gonna go over here where I have not invested a point. You see, you can contribution investment. You can invest in a farm, other nodes that connect to other nodes, and you should be selective of what you're trying to produce here. I personally I like potatoes, I like wheat, I like starches. This helps me make beer. And what I'm gonna recommend is whichever one of these you went to first, whichever out of these three. Whichever you went to first, which most likely is this one. Because I believe it's one of the early quests, right? And I believe it tells you to invest in it. And you end up getting this. So what you want to do is you want to invest and get a worker. This is how nodes work. You need workers to work them. Now that you have invested your contribution point into the node and you invested your contribution point into which item you're trying to gather, we're gonna need you to have a worker. Early on quests, it touches on it briefly. I believe the quests you capture an escape uh, um, goblin, and you end up getting your first worker as a goblin. And your first worker on any city, you don't need to have housing for, but any additional ones, you're gonna have to go into the city. Now to click it, you're gonna have to invest some contribution points into lodging, which in this city is these three houses here. It's only these three, and you have to get this first one here in order to get these other two. Click it, You purchase it. This is usually the button. Since I already have it, you know, I can't purchase it again. But you see there's storage, there's residence. I don't want you to touch either one of these for these three. I want you to get lodging. This, you can hire more. But at the very beginning, you probably don't have that many contribution points, so don't worry about it. Just get that first worker. And the first worker you get is here. We're gonna click control here to bring up the mouse. We're gonna click nearby NPCs. We're gonna right click worker to get there. We're gonna close this back. We're gonna head over to the worker manager, which when you first start to do the quests, he's kind of a dick if you actually read it. We're gonna press R on him. Now you have a couple options. You can do the worker exchange and buy a worker from other players if there's any on the market. Currently, for me, there's none. And this is where you click contract workers. I currently have no more space because I have all the lodging I can get, and I have every worker to fill those slots. But that is where you would go to get a worker. Now there's different grades of worker. There's different colors. There's native, I believe it's gray, and then there's green, blue, I believe orange. Not sure. No, green, blue, yellow. I'm sorry. What you want to do when first beginning, you don't have that much energy to spend. To look at contract workers, this is what you end up spending to take a look at the worker. You don't have that many. You could probably, if you have about 30, it costs you about 5 every look. What you could do is wait till your energy is full, and then take a look. If it's a gray, skip it. If it's a green, skip it. Once you get a blue, take it. Spend the silver to get it. If you don't have that much energy, I would take the first green that I see. It really doesn't matter early on. Just get your workers and put them to work to start to get what you need. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you a little more advanced. I'll show you a little more advanced stuff where we can make some semi-passive income by making beer. Check out my other video that's coming out, how to make the beer, and the benefits of building a node worker network. And I'm gonna show you how to self-sustain that and profit from it as well. It's gonna be very simple of getting the necessary resources by having nodes and workers, using those resources to make beer to maintain their energy to continue working, the byproduct of making the beer to profit from it, and making oatmeal to make an even bigger profit off of your worker empire. That is just the beginning, and it's a little more advanced. But I hope this video has helped you, and I'll see you next time.